Here about Sora, and I see a lot of people talking about like, what is the deal with Sora and with people being scared of artificial intelligence videos? Could somebody please explain to me what is so terrifying about animated videos? I have a conspiracy that the same way that the news spins people around, our parents, and freaks them out, that's what happens on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I was to make a YouTube video that said, watch out, AI videos are coming, nobody's gonna be safe, that it would go viral and I would get a whole bunch of different views. Because let's look. AI, well, Sora videos. Okay. AI is here. Can you tell? Can you tell what's real? He's not real. You can't trust video anymore. Tell me that's not fear mongering. You can't trust video anymore? I mean, I guess if it was to be like a bomb striking some city or something, but what is the example? What is the example where a video, a animated fake video ruins, you know, messes us up? OpenAI released the best video by far. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I need to stay off Facebook, because people really have been tripping on Facebook about this. People could create any type of video or voice and try to fuck you up. What is the scare? What is the potential? Like, I really need to know, because I have never had a video like really do me damage like that though. You know what I mean? Oh, Fireship made one on it? This is one of my favorite YouTubers. Very curious to see what he has
Yesterday, OpenAI unleashed their latest monstrosity on humanity, and it's truly mind-blowing. I hope you enjoy a good existential crisis, because what you're about to see is one small step for man and one giant leap for artificial kind. We all knew that better AI video models were coming, but OpenAI's Sora just took things beyond our wildest expectations. It's the first AI to make realistic videos up to a minute long. In today's video, we'll look at what this text-to-video model can actually do, figure out how it works under the hood, and pour one out for all the humans that became obsolete this time. It is February 16th, 2024.
Is that it? Humans becoming obsolete? Like videographers, people who do commercials or animation like Disney? Maybe Disney and Pixar are going to lose their jobs if AI can just create the video. But that would be, to me, I mean, you know, that would suck to lose an industry like that. But I feel like I would love to be able to create a movie off of an idea, off of a book. Like, I got so many ideas in my head of like animes and different storylines that I can't wait until I can just talk to ChatGPT and have them create a fight scene or something like that. Would be sick.
And you're watching the Code Report. When I woke up yesterday, Google announced Gemini 1.5 with a context window up to 10 million tokens. That was an incredible achievement that was also blowing people's minds, but Sundar was quickly overshadowed by Sam Altman, who just gave us a preview of his new friend, SORA, which comes from the Japanese word for sky. It's a text-to-video model, and all the video clips you're seeing in this video have been generated by SORA. It's not the first AI video model. We already have open models like Stable Video Diffusion and private products like Pika, but SORA blows everything out of the water. Not only are the images more realistic, but they can be up to a minute long and maintain cohesion
now that's scary.
Between frames. They can also be rendered in different aspect ratios. They can either be created from a text prompt where you describe what you want to see, or from a starting image that gets brought to life. Now, my initial thought was that OpenAI cherry-picked all these examples, but it appears that's not the case, because Sam Altman was taking requests from the crowd on Twitter and returning examples within.
So what if every YouTuber will just be AI? That is kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, if it could create stuff this good, and then what if with one click of a button there will be millions of fucking videos where, you know, it's just like me right now on the screen reacting to something. That is kind of trippy. But then I feel like at that point, still, with you being a human being, there's gotta be, like, y'all know how ChatGPT writes blogs. You can always tell when ChatGPT is writing the blog. I feel like the humans that take their time to give value and real human interaction, like AI, at least not yet. I don't think AI can stand toe to toe with a human being. You know what I mean? We're always gonna be funnier. We always should be more captivating. We always should have more charisma. We always should have, at least for now. Maybe the war is starting and we're living in some iRobot shit where we're going up against, the robots already. That would be crazy if there starts to be a content war. But the problem is, it's not going to be AI. It's going to be YouTubers that have signed up for the excuse me. That was right into the mic, my bad. There's going to be YouTubers who have signed up for the pro membership, and then they're going to make 10 different channels, and they're going to try and scam this shit by like putting out a whole bunch of content. But the thing is, I feel like if you still become a human and do it yourself, you're going to stand above that. You know? Yo, that would be crazy if ChatGPT can. If they can. But yeah, maybe one day they will. And man, that would be crazy if they get better than us at it. Then it's going to be like, man, that actually would suck. Because that could, okay, that's why I needed to talk these things through. For one, I'm not gonna watch a video on this for some reason on my own. And the Facebook debates were like, didn't seem right. But talking through it, I could kind of see where if it does get good enough, it could be a problem for art. Because all of the art, if they got better than us at art, it's hard for me to believe that is possible. Just because like what we have seen so far is not even close. The writing, you can always tell when a LinkedIn post has been written by ChatGPT. You can always tell. It's a certain like words they love to use, the structure and the emojis. You can outwit and outcreate ChatGPT if you took the time to. Your blog post is gonna go more viral without ChatGPT than with it. If you took the time to write it, for now at least. But if it can ever upgrade to the point where it's better than us, then we're in trouble. I ain't gonna lie. We are actually gonna be in trouble if ChatGPT can write as good as us. That's going to be a
within
big
a few
problem.
minutes, like two golden retrievers doing a podcast on top of a mountain. Not bad, but this next one's really impressive.
All these faceless channels with like AI and
a guy
fake
turning
characters.
A non-profit open source company into a profit-making closed source company. Impressive. Very nice. So now you might be wondering how you can get your hands on this thing. Well, not so fast. If a model this powerful was given to some random...
All right, the digital builders, we might need to shift our mission. Digital builders. We need to all tap into this and fight back.
Should. One can only imagine the horrors that it would be used for. It would be nice if we could generate video for our AI influencers for additional tips, but that's never going to happen. It's highly unlikely this model will ever be open source, and when they do release it, videos will have C2PA metadata, which is basically a surveillance apparatus that keeps a record of where content came from and how it was modified. In any case, we do have some details on how the model works. It likely takes a massive amount of computing power, and just a couple weeks ago, Sam Altman asked the world for $7 trillion to buy a bunch of GPUs. Yeah, that's trillion with a T, and even Jensen Huang made fun of that number because it should really only cost around $2 trillion to get that job done. But maybe Jensen is Huang. It's going to take a lot of GPUs for video models to scale. Let's find out how they work. SORA is a diffusion model, like DALL-E and Stable Diffusion, where you start with some random noise, then gradually update that noise to a coherent image. Check out this video if you want to learn more about that algorithm. Now, there's a ton of data.
What video? He didn't even, what?
Actually update that noise to a coherent image. Check out this video if you want to learn more about that algorithm.
All right, I'm gonna have to search that just to watch it next because this is already almost over. Weird algorithms. Fireship. Okay, we had to. Why would you not?
Have you ever woken up?
That's lazy, bruh. We gotta do better.
Algorithm. Now, there's a ton of data in a single still image, like 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels by 3 color channels, comes out to 3 million data points. That's a big number, but what if we have a 1-minute video at 60 frames per second? Now we have over 10 billion data points to generate. Now, just to put that in perspective for the primate brain, 1 million seconds is about 11.5 days, while 10 billion seconds is about 317 years. So there's a massive difference in scale, plus video has the added dimension of time. To understand this data,
was that an AI video? That is trippy.
Is about 11.5 days, while 10 billion seconds is about 317 years. So there's a massive difference in scale, plus video has the added dimension of time. To understand this data, they took an approach similar to large language models, which tokenize text, like code and poetry, for example. However, SORA is not tokenizing text, but rather visual patches. These are like small compressed chunks of images that capture both what they are visually and how they move through time, or frame by frame. What's also interesting is that video models typically crop their training data and outputs to a specific time and resolution, but SORA can train data on its native resolution and output variable
butterfly underwater
resolutions as well. That's pretty cool. So how is this technology going to change the world? Well, last year, tools like Photoshop got a whole suite of AI editing tools. In the future, we'll be able to do the same in video. Like you might have a car driving down the road and want to change the background scenery. Now you can do that in 10 seconds instead of hiring a cameraman and CGI expert. But another lucrative, high-paying career that's been put on notice is Minecraft streaming. SORA can simulate artificial movement in Minecraft and potentially turn any idea into a Minecraft world in seconds. Or maybe you want to direct your own indie Pixar movie. AI makes that possible by
See, that's what I was talking about, bro. We can make our own movies.
Stealing the artwork of talented humans, but it might not be that easy. As impressive as these videos are, you'll notice a lot of flaws if you look closely. They have that subtle but distinctive AI look about them, and they don't perfectly model physics or humanoid interactions, but it's only a matter of time before these limitations are figured out. Although I'm personally threatened and terrified of SORA, it's been a privilege and an honor to watch 10,000 years of human culture get devoured by robots. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and
Yeah, that's crazy. It took us, like you said, it took us what year? This is 2024. It took us 2,000 years to have computers and, video editing software, animation. And now we've created AI that in, our computers, just servers and code that can one-up us in our own creation. That's kind of
up in the middle of the night in a panic, wondering how
it's supposed to help us, right? Why do we have to take the stance that it's a war now, or is this a tool to help us? I think that the problem is going to be the greedy people who are going to overdo it. The greedy YouTubers who are going to take it and overkill it. Yeah, right? Like the Minecraft. Imagine if that's true, what it will be like if you try to search something on Minecraft that is not AI created. If there's all of a sudden a flood of like 1 trillion different Minecraft videos and you're a Minecraft streamer trying to start off, what's going to make you stand out? How will you stand out? If the sea of content, I think that's what the problem is going to be. And that's why we should all be making content now. Whatever you're into, if you want to be an artist or a content creator, which I recommend to all of the builders, because this can easily tie into your branding as a software engineer. It's part of the program because it will connect to your LinkedIn. It will connect to your ability to freelance. It will connect to your ability as a marketer, personal branding. Unfortunately, we can't just code. I mean, you can just code, but I'm all about taking as many opportunities as we can. Tapping into all of the different sources of revenue and shit like that we can. So even you don't have to show your face. You can do a faceless one. You can make tutorials. Whatever it is that you're learning, you could record, and if you start, I'm just trying to say that you got to probably start now. Because if you're waiting to start later and SORA comes out or even more of this AI stuff comes out, it's going to be so hard for a person who has not started before this revolution that's coming the flood, the sea of content is going to be so massive that I think anybody who doesn't have some sort of following now is going to get drowned. It's going to be too hard to be found because there's going to be so many different videos. Like if they search, they're not going to find your stuff. But still, you know, maybe like, I don't know. I'm just imagining what could happen. I don't know what's going to
How
happen.
to extract a polygonal mesh of
Why
an
not
ISO
start now?
surface from a three-dimensional discrete scalar field. Yeah, I didn't think